Call of Duty players is better. And I know you guys are going to be upset about that, but it's the truth. I mean, like I said, we're used to fast-paced, hectic action. Man, this is bullshit, man. I hit him first and he hits me one time, I'm dead. And you see him tap. This number tampers on his back.
Hi everyone, this is Shaz, and yes, I'm bringing you some Battlefield 3 beta gameplay on Operation Metro, because that's all we have. Now this video has a few purposes for it, but first of all, okay, I want to discuss my previous video on the whole Battlefield 3 beta, which was my first impressions only. Did you hear that? Yeah? First impressions only. And a lot of people in the Battlefield community got really upset, you know, the fact that just me, you know, little Shaz here from Scotland, didn't like it. You know, I thought it was terrible in parts, and you know the reason why I thought that is because I had so many bugs and glitches which basically made it unplayable for me. And you know, to a point, guys, I couldn't play it at all because I couldn't arm or disarm a fucking MCOM station. Okay, now that's the basic, you know, function that I need to be able to carry out in this game. Alright, so I couldn't do that, which is why my overall first impression thing was negative. But there was a lot of positives, and this video is positive if anything else, yeah? Apart from this bit in the gameplay, I mean,
what the fuck?
Anyway, yeah, so as I said, guys, my first impressions were really bad about this game, and you know, I'm not going to apologise for being negative about this game, because for me it was pretty poor. But you know, I'm open-minded, and things have been fixed. I can now arm and disarm an MCOM station, and look at that. That thing that just happened there, you might want to just go back a few seconds. This whole freeze thing, that pisses me off. But let's talk about the good things, okay, and why I'm doing this video. Doing this video as a response to the last video I uploaded, which was kindly provided to me by Despotic. Despotic did a video basically reviewing reviewers, you know, and you know, sort of talking about the whole subject, which is, you know, it's all a matter of opinion. This, some people like it, some people dislike it. If you're still listening to it, you're probably going to think, right, when's he going to start talking positively? Well, now, okay. The reason I started negatively, because you know, I know that a lot of people were kind of upset by that last video. But listen, since then, day 3, okay, they've fixed it for me. So it's working a lot better. I've been playing with some mates, although the squad system is broken. In this game in particular, we were really lucky. We were able to sort of squad up together, although the comms wasn't working. So we had a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun the other night with a few other guys, you know, like Doc Usher, Jotun was there again, Drunk Roofy, Skin Fan, you know, Suffy Wuffy. He was in this game, and that guy's an absolute beast at this. If anybody is going to rival Despotic for ability on this game, I think Suffy has got bags of ability. I'm kind of just average, you know. I've never ever said I'm a good gamer or anything like that, but I do have some really good games. And now that I've unlocked the PP2000 with red dot sight and suppressor, you know, I'm really enjoying this. I mean, you can see since the first game that I uploaded that my accuracy is a lot better. Of course I'm still dying, because that's what happens in a shooter, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm a lot more accurate, and I'm using prone a lot better than I was, so I'm enjoying it. And I think you know, the overall opinion from the group that kind of I game with is that, you know, it's getting better. I mean, of course it still has bugs and glitches like anything, but you know, it is getting better, and in time I think DICE, you know, will resolve, I would hope, 99% of the problems. But you know, so far they're doing a good job. I mean, there was a patch this morning, I believe, so I'm waiting to, you know, to hear or read what they've done and what they've fixed, which will be interesting. But yeah, I think I'm really excited, and I want to play the, what's that map called, Caspian Border, because I've seen a lot of gameplay from that with the jets and the tanks. And guys, listen, that's where Battlefield should be at, not this map, okay? You know, there should be multiple vehicles. This map is a good size, but you know, my opinion, this map is for team deathmatch only, or something like search and destroy perhaps would be ideal. But it's a lovely map. I mean, don't get me wrong. I said it in my first video, the graphics and sound were great, although the sound has been dropping on occasion, and the graphics, I'm getting a lot of sort of flashes and screen tear. But you know, as I said, my first impression, that's out the window. Think of this video as my third date. Okay, now everybody knows that the first date, you know, you're nervous, and it doesn't always go to plan. You know, you're kind of shy and things aren't working out for you, and you can't really, you know, come out with all your moves and your maneuvers on the first date sometimes. But then, you know, certainly by the third date, when you're getting more comfortable and there's a lot more communication going on and things are working out for you and you're on that level, you know yourself, things improve. Okay, so as I said, this is the third date, and I'm having fun. Okay, and I hope you kind of enjoyed my intro as well, because that was just kind of like just really taking the piss really out of everything, taking the piss out of fanboys, haters, myself, you know, the hot and cold theme and everything like that, you know, because, you know, okay, it should be the other way around, it should be cold then hot, but at the end of the day, my opinion as it stands now. And yeah, for any of you guys who did watch the first video, who had a few things to say which weren't very nice, if you're listening to this now, you know, thank you very much for, you know, giving me an absolutely hilarious, look at this, by the way, sorry to interrupt myself, look at this, this is something that, it's like Minecraft, you know, the map glitches. What the fuck? But anyway, so what was I saying there? Yeah, all you guys that posted comments on my video, my first impressions, you know, calling me a gay, retarded, cockney, whatever, thank you, because that was really real fun to read, and I had a lot of laughs with some of my mates the other night, you know, reading through all the comments. I did try and reply to as many as I thought you know, possible, you know, just because some comments that were negative I thought I should reply because it made me laugh, and as I said, anybody who posted something positive would have probably got a reply from me. And I also want to say thank you to everybody on YouTube and Twitter who's supported me, because I've hit 700 subscribers now, which is really good. And I'm actually thinking, guys, I might need to re-record this commentary, because I can hear my washing machine in the background, and I'm hoping that doesn't come out onto the comms. But yeah, look at my setup here, you know, you've got the PP2000 with the red dot, the suppressor, and this is something as well that I want to mention. In this game, you know, to have 3 sort of weapon attachments is ridiculous. I mean, that is I think is phenomenal, and I'm going to have a lot of fun, and I've been trying different sort of loadouts and setups, and I'm not 100% on what I'm going to go with, but I think on what I've played so far that I'm going to be support and engineer. I think that's the 2 classes that I'm going to be. On the Battlefield Bad Company 2, you all know I was the aggressive medic 99% of the time, but on this game I think support and engineer will be my 2, and SMGs is probably the way that I'm gonna go. And although I don't have that, you know, long distance ability with these guns, certainly me, myself, and my playstyle, I reckon I'm going to be up close and personal a lot of the time, sort of drop shotting and, you know, supporting my team is when possible, you know, with the sort of ammo kits and everything like that. So it's probably going to suit me. So yeah, I mean, I want to read your comments, guys, on what you think of the beta so far if you're playing it. You know, a lot of people are having negative experiences. A lot of people have shared their first impression. Some of the pillars of the Battlefield community have stressed that they weren't happy with it. Nobody dares say anything to them. It must just be me, guys. Maybe they just some people have a problem, and I wonder why that is. You know, as I said, I'm just an average gamer who makes videos for fun. I do this for fun, and when you guys start insulting me and stuff, that makes me laugh. I don't take it seriously. It's really good banter for me, and you know, all the dislikes and stuff, that kind of shit as well doesn't bother me, because at the end of the day, you know, you viewed the video, so, and I think views is the only thing that really counts in YouTube, and even then I don't really give a shit about views. It just so happens that some of my videos do really well. I don't know if some of you haters will be listening this far into my commentary, because I think usually what you do is you listen to 5 seconds and then you dislike it. But if you are still listening, you know, I know in secret that you love me, you just don't want to admit it, and you hate the fact that some people like what I do. But listen, you know, in 4 months I've had over 100,000 views on my own work alone, which I think is respectable, because I have put in a lot of hard work with some videos. I don't really care about it, but you know, I've put in a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. So even if you want to just dislike my video, then just keep doing it, because at least you're viewing it, and you know, that's what matters. What I hear matters. But yeah, I mean, this map, guys, I'm desperately wanting a change of map. You'll see here as well that I get a nice 2-piece coming up here on these two guys. And this brings me to something else. You see all this shit here in the middle? Handgun ribbon, enemy down, all this disco shit. I mean, that annoys me, yeah? So that's something that I want them to kind of tone down. Because, you know, I was involved in quite an extensive firefight in another game where that was like on my screen for, you're probably looking at a good minute, because I was putting enemy down, you know, one after the other, and I was unlocking this and unlocking that, and I couldn't really see people, but I was just kind of shooting, so it kind of distorted my vision. So I hope that they kind of fix that. I'm not sure if they will, to be honest, because I don't think that's on top of their priorities to actually change the visuals. But I think this appeals to the mass market, and no matter what anybody says, all you Battlefield fanboys, is that DICE are, and EA of course, are wanting the COD guys on side. Of course they do, because they want to sell more copies. And look at that. Sorry, I was quite impressed with my hip firing abilities. You know, as I'm getting into it, I'm improving, and although I'm not sort of staying close to my team in this particular game, I was just kind of wanting to explore the routes that enemies take and stuff, and I'm finding a lot of enemies are still camped back at the spawn and things like that, so I'm kind of just running round and round, doing what I do, and then when, you know, if I hear something, or if I see that there's an extensive fight going on, then I'm going to jump in and support them, provide ammo. But it's only the beta, and I'm using the beta, you know, really just to mess around with different guns and kits, because the stats don't matter, guys. You know, don't worry about your KD and all that bullshit, because, you know, even if you do worry about stats, they're going to be reset. So I don't know why you would care just now. I know that I was reading on Twitter, some people are like, oh, I went this for that and this for that, and you know, my score per minute, and I think you know, D-Crew Colin was saying that, you know, about all the sort of stats things, and saying that the KD wasn't even mentioned, but the KD is on screen for you. You know, it does tell you what your KD is in the battle log and things like that. So they are trying to kind of be similar to Call of Duty in their own way, and you know, they have to, because COD is dominated, so they're going to have to take some things from that, and they have, and that's really clear, and I don't need to go into it, because anybody who's played a number of shooters can easily see that it's kind of like the hybrid of all things good and some things bad of various you know, shooters and things like that. So yeah, you know, this was a reasonable game from my standard. I'm going negative in so many games because I'm just messing about, you know, and I don't really care. And come the release, you know, you'll see me on Conquest, I reckon 90% of the time, or maybe 10% on Rush. But yeah, I'm buying the game because it's getting better, you know, it's improving. And you know, first impressions, you know, influence me to a point. But fortunately, you know, I have that open mind which allows me to kind of say to myself, look, they've fixed that, let me give it another go. I'm sure it's going to improve, I'm sure it's going to get better. And that's what, you know, generally people, you know, as Despotic said, who have any logic behind them, you know, if they've got a brain, you can understand that and you would see that. But if, you know, if you guys, I'm going to put in the video response, I'm going to put Despotic's video and I'm going to put my first video. So if you missed the first video, go and just check out all the comments from the Battlefield 3 Battlefield community fanboys, because you know what, they're an absolute disgrace to the community. And even some of the guys who commented, I believe, are people that are part of maybe Quantic Media and things like that. So that's interesting that they kind of joke on things as well. So, but it's good, you know. There's no such thing as bad publicity. And you'll see here, going back to the gameplay, that I'm dropping the ammo crates, and I'm kind of just trying to offer a bit of support. And I really like these moments in any shooter. You know, when there's a big group of you and you're in this room and you know, the enemies try to come in, and you know, it's all about survival. So yeah, I hope you don't mind me having such a long video. I mean, this is the thing with YouTube, you know, how long do people actually watch? And the feedback so far is when I do post a long video, I usually have enough interesting things to say that does keep you watching. So thanks, you know, thanks for all your feedback. I'm going to maybe try and upload some more Battlefield 3 gameplay. Now, put in the comments below if you want me to commentate or you want to just see gameplay. Do you want me to edit the gameplay, so cut out a lot of the bullshit and stuff like that. You see me drop shot again. I've unlocked a tactical light, so I was really excited to try this because you know, been running around in the maps and sort of coming up to somebody who has one of these tactical lights, which I found out later on last night, actually, when I was playing with Doc Usher. He runs about with that fucking tactical light on, guys, and you know what, it did my head in, because he's running around me in circles with this light, and you know, I'm just so glad that I don't have any sort of disorder, you know, which flashing lights could have really caused me some problems, because it can be really intense. So, you know, if any of you guys suffer from that, you know, just watch yourself, because this game there's a lot of flashing lights, different colours and shit like that, you know, with the red dot, sort of the laser in your eye and stuff. So yeah, I was using the tactical lighting, and this is why I was hearing some sort of people round about me, so I just shoot everybody at the moment, because I'm not, sometimes it's been glitching and I've not noticed that it's an enemy. You know, there's been weird sort of things going on with characters and things above their heads and stuff, so just to make sure, I've just kind of been shooting most people. But yeah, it's Friday, and I'm probably going to upload this on Saturday, because I've got a few things to do and I want to play some more of this, and I've got FIFA 12 special edition, so I want to put some more time into that with my Virtual Pro. I might upload some friendly games with friends and subscribers and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, I just want your feedback, you know, really in general on this beta. It's still ongoing, you know, we won the game. I finished second, but to me I finished top with 25, because Suffy doesn't count because he's too good at the game. So I actually finished top there, and got promoted. Yeah, got a lot of what do you call them? What do you call these things again? Ribbons, that's the one. 14. You know, it summarizes the ribbons when you have too many. So yeah, it was a good game. Enjoyed it. As I said, loving the game so far. Glad you guys, you know, who understood my first impressions was a first impressions only. But as I said, this is the third day and things are going well. I'm getting there. So yeah, keep the support on my channel and stuff, guys. I really appreciate it. So thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.
Now look at this shit. Behind the bushes. Thinks he's a tree. Yep. Look at this shit. This pisses me off.